April the 9th. It's the day after the eclipse. What's wrong with their face? If you have not seen some of these videos that we've done like that, then you're going to get to see what these types of videos would be like. If you're just tuning in, if you're just watching, welcome. This is the day after the eclipse that has occurred, and you can see total darkness was supposed to fall on the United States. I don't know if there was any area that was in total darkness. There might have been. It was more like not so. This energy will stay around for around 2 to 3 months, the energy from the eclipse. And there are things about, hey there, Rosie, honey, you're a sweet baby. Yes, I had to put your little face on my wall. Yes, I did, Rosie. You're a little bit of cuteness. Yes, she is. So if you haven't seen these, I think this is beyond normal pixelization. I really do. I don't think that, oh shoot, how am I going to make this thing go back down? Because if you look at the letters behind them, and then you look at the individuals in front of them, no pixelization should have caused a face to look like that. And or, this should not have been doing like that too. Hello, Michael. So if we look at that, you know what? I think they dropped some of the people in the live stream already. I seen it happen. I did. I seen it happen. And if we were to zoom up, hello, Al, honey. And if we were to zoom up, say when Biden went to, I don't know where he went. He went somewhere. And as he was shaking hands with this person, whoever he was, you can see what happened to their hands. I don't know what happened to their hands. You can see that parts of their clothing is really kind of messed up. He's got some blue on his collar right here. Fragments of blue. It looked like a little patching, and his chin looks a little patched up, and it's all messed up. His nose is messed up. His face is messed up. His ears are messed up. This is beyond normal. It's not just, if you look at the line right here in his head, that's not normal. It isn't. His nose is like, it's just like that. Hello there, Leanne from Colorado. You was flying, something was flying fast. Yesterday you saw something flying around the sun, and I think it was a dragon. I would not be surprised if it was a dragon. I really wouldn't. There are dragons that are around. Yeah. We're going to look at this. These pixelizations, let's just say that are showing up on the faces like this. They are in cube format. They are. Now, granted, they are the same pixels that like redo themselves in areas, just like the pixels. Let me shoot it down. That occurred on the WeWork building in Tennessee. The same pixelizations. This is during the live webcam. You can see that these cubes were trying to replicate this tower. They were. They took parts of the building down here, the ledge. They took them off. They did. Took them right off. And some of them were duplicated somewhere else, but then, what is going on? The cubes literally did this. They wanted to mimic that. There's something about that movie Pixels, and I've never really watched the movie Pixels. I haven't. You can see, like, when Biden, he got off the plane, which, see, when he got off the plane, this is what he looked like. When he walked down that carpet, this was him. That was him. That was his head. That was his body. That was the rest of his body. His hand, he didn't have a hand. He didn't. And this gentleman, he didn't have much of a hand either. His hand was gray, but he didn't have a hand. Okay, let's just might as well admit it. He didn't have a hand. If you're just tuning in, welcome, welcome. I'm going to show you. And oh, the observatory in Hawaii. Look, there's a black ship right there. Cloaked in the clouds. Let me see if we can see that like that really fast. But I'm supposed to be looking at the pixelization. I am. Oh, it's perfect. Yeah, it's a white ship now because it was black. And then up there, this long white ship, it's black in the inverted mode. But that's not what we're supposed to be looking at. We're supposed to be looking at this and welcome. Now, I'm sure the data, breaks up on the TVs and stuff when there's not a lot of reception or there's actual interference. Yeah, this is Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv, he went to Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is where he went. If you're just sitting in, welcome. Welcome. But as he's walking down the stairs, there he is, right there. It looks like one of those clay figures or something. His legs has red on the color. See, there's color on his legs. Color on his legs that really should not be on his legs because his legs at this point are blending in with the red carpet for his clothing. And his hand is all but absent. And his face. I'm going to show something else too. You know how they do, and his ear is all messed up. And he doesn't have a face either. He doesn't have a face. They don't have faces, okay? Let's see if we can do this. All right, so there's, this came from video footage. Hello, you're just tuning in, welcome. Welcome. Okay, we're right here. Okay, you can see. And if you have like TV and it has cable or something, I don't know what you want to call it, and sometimes you see this pixelization that occurs, do you think that there's maybe something more to it? Now see how real this looks. As they're walking, it looks really real. Look at the general behind him. There is a general behind him. Let's look at his glasses. Look at no, it looks like he's got black eyes. It looks like his eyes have been gouged out. I'm sorry, but that's not sunglasses. I don't even see the rim on his eyes. And there is the hat of the general that's behind him, and there's his face. This is not even a normal face. There's the rim of the general behind him and his hat. And the face. Because if we go down his body, his hand and his arm, the general's hand and arm, his hand is back here by Biden's. And here's Biden's sleeve right here. There's his sleeve. There's the general's sleeve. There's the general's hand. There's Biden's hand. And if we follow up alongside, here are the little insignias or whatever on the top of the general's arms. And here's the general's head and his nose. Look at his nose. It's like a stick nose. But then he's got something going on. This is the strangest type of glasses I've ever seen on anybody's face. They have glasses that make you look like you don't got no eyes. They really do. Like you don't got any eyes. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And we're going to look at, I gotta be able to touch my screen. We're going to look at this guy's face over here on the side. This guy here is standing at attention. And you can see the side of his face. Well, if we're going to have to zoom up, it's easier. The side of his face is straight down like that. It goes straight down like this. And it goes straight down just like this straight down, the face behind Biden. Okay. And let's see their heads. Okay, the same thing with this guy. There's somebody behind him, but his face is the color of his face back here. It is. And They don't look normal, but he's got glasses on, but it looks like his eyes have been gouged out. And I know that's not very nice. It's not nice. You want, let me get a drink. Hmm. All right. So his eyes. See if I can get my screen to go down. Okay, we got them walking down here by his feet. He's got red on his legs as he's walking, his feet. His shoes are like blended in with the carpet. His leg is blended in with the carpet. It's all fine and dandy. If you're just tuning in, welcome. It's like a welcome. I'm trying to get to the next screen. And I think we already looked at that. Yeah, he didn't have a hand. This is him coming down the carpet. Oh, okay. So this is him right here coming down. He's all like pixelated out. This looks really weird. He looks so weird. That doesn't even look real. It really looks like somebody computerized him. You see how it's made? His eyes, he don't even have good glasses. There's his face. There's his face. Right there. It literally blends in with the sky, is what it does. The sky or the plane above. And here he has some black, and his ear is so big. There's part of his ear right there. His nose, his mouth is gone. It's all gone. You're just tuning in. It looks good at a distance. Everything looks real. But when you zoom up, you see some details. That's what you see. And he's even got like a blob of something. And he doesn't have a face. His face is literally straight down. The general's colonel, whatever he is. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Let me trying to shrink down my screen. I am. And then we got the cube. I wanted to bring up the cube because the cubes is where we first started seeing the cubes was in the WeWork building. They were trying to duplicate that tower. They're intelligent. And you know, they show up in the virtual world. So let's just think about this. The virtual world, the camera world, the webcam world is the world that these cubes live in. They live in that reality if you think of it as a virtual world, because it is another world. It's like another dimension. They live in that dimension, and I think they're trying to learn. You know how machine learning happens? Well, we got pixel learning. They're trying to learn to build their world just like this. I think they're trying to mimic the world that we live in. Okay, let me get my hands here. I think my screen doesn't want to shrink down for me. It does. Okay, I got it. Okay. Let me see if I can get over to it. Now look, when he shakes the hand, he goes to shake the hand. He does. He goes to shake the hand, and his hand, it turns into that. That's what his hand turns into. Well, of course, Chris, this is a virtual world. When you look at something if you look at something on the internet, it's it's another world, really. It's a virtual reality. But yet it's supposed to be the reality in which we live in. It is. But it's a virtual one. There's things that only exist. And there's like there are YouTubers that are virtual. There are newscasters that are virtual. They only exist in the virtual world. They do. In the virtual world. So that is another world. It's the virtual world. It's kind of like another dimension. It really is. But they live in that world. They do. They live in that world. It might sound strange, but look it up. They have virtual YouTubers, and they look like real people, and they got all these followers, and they can talk, and they talk, walk, and speak, and look, and act just like human beings, but they're virtual. They got it down pat. In fact, if you would not meet them in person, because they don't have a physical body, Their body only exists in that realm that they live in. Okay. Let me see this. Reptilian? Well, you can say reptilian because they are a species that are out there. And then you can see this was the footage that was put out. See, this is really interesting. It really reminds me. It's like when you turn the cameras on, even on this live stream right here. Once this live stream hits it's wherever it's traveling through, it's a device and it's being transmitted. It's probably going to turn into digital, and it's entering this world right here. But look at him. He's talking to this man and they're trying to hold hands, and this is the hands. You all, let me do this. I got to get my shorts on. I do. Let me fix it around. I'm going to get out of these pants and put on a pair of shorts. I'm getting hot. I'm getting a little hot. So you just hold on right there. You can wait. You can wait a minute. Oh, that looks pretty down there at the bottom. It looks like an orb. I think it's really nice. Hold on. All right. Where were we? Oh, there you are. Let me get my house. I'm going to get myself a hot flash. Yeah. So this is the virtual world. There's their hands. Look how the pixels, it's like it's feeling like they're trying to arrange themselves to like form the jackets. I don't know what they did with the hands, nothing. It's like they're trying to figure out where they go. Because you can see it looks all tattered and stuff right here. And look at his nose. It's like they're trying to form his nose. And if they're trying to form his nose, perhaps what we're seeing is not an actual event that took place, but it may not have took place in real life, but in the digital world, in this alternate world, which is the digital world, it took place. But maybe there was no human meeting that took place. You see what happened to his chin and stuff? His ear is displaced. Top of his head's displaced. And I don't know what's happening to him. Half of his head's practically gone. A part of his head's gone. Their hands, you see the cubes. If you come look at these men standing over here, the same thing with them. I don't know if this is one man or something. I don't know at this point. But look at that. And then look at this one. Look at the gray wall. Anybody ever play Minecraft? Do you ever play Minecraft and stuff like that? I've never played it. Or maybe say Tetris or something similar to that. And yeah, something like that. Look at the hand. Yes, the hand is kind of like that. It is. If you look right here. There is really not a good hand on this man. His feet, the whole thing. This is another world. This is how you're just going to have to look at it. Whenever you look at something online, you're going to have to think of it as another world. Because it is another world. Hello, Plug Ugly. The crawling, the crawling hand. Yeah, it's like a crawling hand. It's like a crawling hand. So we've looked at them, and then look at the red carpet that they wrote out. Look at what's happening to the red carpet. This is another world, another dimension. I'm just going to think of this. If you see something on TV and there's footage, I'm just going to think of it as another dimension because the pixels, the cubes, are They've been misplaced, and all of these misplaced cubes came out of this main thing. How did they manage to do this? How? And then like his jacket. Then if you look at the airplane, well, there's something wrong with the airplane. There's something wrong with the guy standing by the airplane. There's parts of the airplane that has pieces out of it. And I like this, the tail of the flame, the fin of the plane. You see it up there. It's got chunks out of it. Chunks out of the fin of the plane. Big chunks of... Now, someone may say, Gina, honey, it's just the data. It just couldn't receive all the data, and that's why it looks like that. But I don't know about that. Do you have to like remake an image when you stream it? Is that how it works? Because everything is going AI, and they can literally, they can make it look like you're somewhere. And if they do, you want them to make sure they got your face in the right place. Hello, Carol, honey. You may want to make sure they got your face in the right place and your chin ain't missing and stuff. You really, really want to make sure. You let me know if they zoom up on me, because I don't want them zooming up on my face really close like they've been doing at times. And say him right here. See, this was, you know where this is from. You just see the letters. Okay. So why would he look like that? See, this is really wild. And he's not the last person we've seen like that. They did it to his face too. So how can the data, how can the whatever things rearrange things on a person's face? Yes, Patrima. Yeah, it looks like a digital face, but this is a different type of digital. Now this is probably a truly digital whatever, but look how parts of his hair, if there was any really black parts of his hair, they moved the cubes from like over here or something and put them up there. They rearranged them. I don't even know where the white came from. Maybe the piece of white came from his shirt. Then look at his eyes. It looks like he's got a hole in his eye. He does. My screen is not participating correctly. And that's what I did. That's me back then when we showed the video right here. Let me flip this back around. Does zooming in on pictures pixelize things? Well, in this case right here, this wasn't a zooming in. This was actual footage that we took. You can see down here. This was actual footage when they were meeting. We went frame by frame. The pixelation was occurring, and it continued to occur, is what happened. I can't remember the exact spot. It's probably this one right here because it looks kind of similar to it. The different frames. It could have been this one right here. Yeah, so zooming up in today's world, zooming up, it is kind of, it does look like it's pixeled. Let me try to get something else. Let me see. Hold on. There was something else that I saw. Let me, oh yeah. I was looking at him. Now, when we was looking at him, I don't believe that this is the real him. I don't. I'm just going to tell you, I don't. This looks like, that looks like that was put on his face, whoever this is. Put on his face like that. You see that? Put on his face. And see the side of his face. It does. It looks like they took that fancy, whatever kind of stuff it was that they do for costumes and did it on their face. If you're just tuning in, welcome. And then, okay, you know what George Bush Jr. looked like, right? George Bush Jr. I want you to look at some of these pictures of Pence. And you tell me if it doesn't like mimic him with the facial expressions. So the zoom knobs is causing the mess. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It is, it's another world. It's the digital world. It's like Madonna living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You can say living in a digital world, and I am a digital girl. Because we got digital YouTubers that look like real humans. They do. But they don't exist out of that realm. They only exist in that realm. They don't have a physical body, but maybe one day they'll give these digital people a real human body that looks just like theirs, and they'll download that personality within it, and then they'll be walking among the living. Then one day, really. So this is a really smooth look on him. But if we look at his shoulder, this is not a very crisp outline of his shoulder. You can see that this is like blended in with the background. It's not no crisp edges or anything. Oh, come on now. Okay, what on earth, Gina? No crisp edges like there. See, even his neck. Look where his neck is, like a rubber mask or something. Truly, it is. Let me flip this around. I need to probably dust my screen. Right here. This was on C-SPAN. It was. It didn't look like him. It didn't. It looked like a young person with a makeup on. This didn't look digital. This is when I put a filter on it. See, it looks totally different, like a different person. When I put a filter on it, he looked different. And if you're just tuning in, there's really, it's a different world. Let's look at these two side by side. So we got him looking like this, and I don't believe this is the real one. And then like this. This one looks like a younger. And then this one. Now we have body doubles. We do. We got some body doubles all over the place. Right here, this looks like George Bush Jr. The facial expression looks just like George Bush Jr. Right here, this looks like that whatever they put on the side of this man's face to make him look like Pence. It looks like there's if you work in the theater and stuff and you do makeup and you do things that can make you look like something, it looks like they slapped that on the face right there. And his facial expression is like that of George Bush. In fact, it would look like George Bush when he was younger, when he was president. Yeah, it would. Well, there's a lot of evil on the earth. And look, ear. I don't even, he may not even be real. As we look at this may not even be a real person. Look at his ear. It may not be real. It may all be AI. Look at the ear. How it's got white shadowing and stuff around it. And then, let me just shrink that down. The other ear, not so much, but that is not even a crisp ear either. It's not. He does have the face that, Let me zoom in. What are we saying over here? There's lots on here tonight. Well, there's not too many people on here. Only around 220 people. But that's okay. See, look at how it looks like this with the filter. See that on the side of his face? Looks really strange, doesn't it? Hello, Shauna, honey. How can this not be seen as absurd? Well, I don't know. You tell me. How can it not be seen as absurd? Absurd. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm going to keep this picture down here at the bottom, if I can. Oh, hold on, Gina. This was something else. This was share. In some of this right here, in the digital world, there were some of the images that we've done of some of the people we zoomed up on. I think even on the Pentagon press briefing. Let's look at this. They did Cher's face like that too. But hers had the digital thing on her face. Let me see if I can get it. Oh, shoot. Where's my screen reader? This is my screen reader because I was, look at this song, Believe. So when they showed her face, let me do this. When they showed her face, and she is not here, let me go right here. When they zoom up, you're going to see her face. They did the digital, so I don't even think this was a real share. I think that this was also digital. Okay, they zoom up on her face. Come on, I want to see her face. They're doing, see, watch the, see right here. We saw, this is a digital share. This is not even the real share. See how they digitalize every of it? We were actually watching, who was it? Do you all remember if it was on the Pentagon press briefings or something that we saw this across a person's face like that? Just like that, because they did that to her face in this video only this one time. They zoomed it out like that to where she would have those lines in her face. And then her face went back to normal. But then they showed the lines in her face. Yeah. Then they, this is how real AI can make something look. Because it's their world. It is their world. Let's see, I want to see her face again. Okay, see right there. Right there. You see that? This is digital. This is digitally altered. I really don't think she was a real human. They remastered this. If they can do movies and they don't need real humans to do them, and they can look like this, and they can make the ones look really real, this is AI. This is how advanced AI is, just like this. Also, oh yeah, remember when the Queen gave her New Year's Eve thing? And it was a fake, it was a deep fake. Remember? But they made the person look like it. What they did was superimpose. They did it like this. Look at that. So this is a video that made it look real. Oh, okay, let me zoom it up. They did that to her face, faded her face. I see she wasn't even real either. This is a digital, this is all digital. But look how good they are. It looks perfect. This looks perfect. So let me flip this back around. Okay, I'm going to shrink that down. That hopped up on there. Where am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be looking at my screenshots. Is what I'm supposed to be doing. Where am I at over here? Okay, I got it. I got where I'm at, you all. Gina, you better get where you're at. I'm trying. I really am trying to get where I'm at. All right, now see. Now, remember this coronation that had occurred. It was when he was getting coronated. This was also in the digital realm. And the thing about this, you know they have 4K cameras and stuff. This is when all this was going on. Okay, this is my playlist, obviously. There's that number 17 again. I keep seeing the number 17. I keep seeing specifically 117. I've been seeing it for a couple of weeks now. Okay, this is the playlist. We have a King Charles playlist, but this is the playlist. Look at him. See, this is what makes me question whether, you know, when they show these ceremonies, they only did this in a 720. And they could have did it in a 1080. They could have did it in a 1440. But these were individual frames. How is it? See how the color is like, you wouldn't have this bleeding over like that. You wouldn't. At all. Yeah. You never saw it? Yeah, well, we did lots of videos on it. We found all kinds of stuff. See, and look at that face right there. Look at the face. And the neck and stuff. It wasn't, yeah, it was like that. It was like that. Let me flip this back around. If you're just tuning in, welcome y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I think we got to 154,000 now. So congratulations on building this YouTube channel. Thank you. So we've got that. Let me try to shrink this screen down. Okay, now we got this NATO. NATO. Go, Gina, go. Well, go us, right? We can go. We can go. So this right here was a first ever meeting that NATO had with whatever. Isn't this interesting how this has... You all, let me get my feather duster. I've got a feather duster around here. Let me get it. I want to dust my screen off. You just hold on right there. I'm going to take this off. I got to dust this screen because it's got some dust on it. I try to do it twice a week. Rosa, honey, you're not up here. Yeah, I try to do it once a week, twice a week or something. I want to dust my monitor with my feather duster. Let me get my little mic. All right, let me get it. Do you got it, Gina? I got it. I got my mic. Can I just stick it in my pocket? I got my shorts on. Very baggy shorts, but I'm going to dust my monitor because I don't want to touch the screen like that. Just like dust a little bit of stuff. Get a real feather duster. If you ever get the feather dusters, you'll notice that they don't have as much feathers in them, but that's okay. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Yeah. It's okay. So this is NATO. So I don't know what this meant backwards, but we were going through the frames of these. We watched the meeting. We did it on the YouTube channel, and oh my, what's wrong with my monitor? This is strange, you all. Let me click my monitor. What are they doing to my... Okay, okay. They make their face look not real. Like, see the side of his face and stuff? If you look close, it doesn't look real. And I don't have nothing against NATO, but I'm wondering about this world that we're viewing online, because it is another world, it's another dimension. It's their world that people exist in, even though it's not the real humans, but they exist in this realm. You know, I still feel the stuff on my monitor. That feather duster didn't really get them off. Let me just do this. Okay, I didn't like it. Okay, let me get back over here. So he doesn't look real. And he didn't look real either. Right here, you see. He's got a pointed nose. His nose is almost a perfect triangle. It is. He's got a square chin. So I'm not sure if, well, this is real in the digital world. Okay, that's all I can say. This took place in another realm, another world. And they were digital beings in this realm. Look at the holes in their ears. 1, 2, 3, 4 holes in their ears. His ear doesn't even fit on his head. There is no 3D image of his ear on his head. Okay. Let me lick my fingers. That didn't help my screen any. Well, it might have gave me a little bit more grip. And then this guy right here. I don't know. This might be whoever he is. He is really smooth looking. But his nose, at the tip of his nose, it doesn't look quite right. It doesn't. It looks kind of blurred. But that's okay. But his chin right here, if you see his chin, I think the middle of my screen, look at this chin. His chin is really blurred out. It is. But that's okay. They can't help it. Now, when we put a filter on him, we could see this is where his nose looked. We got a filter on him, and these were the lines that ended on his nose. The same image, we just put one filter on it. And the ear and stuff, the shading and all of that kind of stuff. Let me do this, like, what are you doing? I don't know what my screen is doing. My screen does not want to cooperate with me. So, okay, you need to stop it. Okay, you all. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for subscribing, and thank you for joining. Al, honey, you need to think about something. When you do not fear those beings. They fear you. Cosmic something. Yeah, cosmic concern or something. Hmm. Mm. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to go to the next one. I think I am. You think you are, Jana? I am. Okay, now look at him. This is another image of him. Now let's zoom up on him right here. So we got NATO, we got Otan. Does anyone know what Otan is? So look at his eyes. He can't help it. He can't help it that he lives in this world digitally. In the other realm, he has to do that in that other realm. Okay, he does. And you can see this head and his ear and stuff. Looks rather interesting, but his eyes are got lines in them. Down here, he's got, I think they have I think they have the lines that go and put out the shape, and then they use the colors to blend them in. I really think that's what's happening, because you can see how he was kind of, what on earth? How did we get the blending like this on him? But we did. We got some kind of blending on him somehow with a filter, and that's what it looked like. I don't know how that happened like that. It's really interesting. Because he was sitting there, and then how did that show up behind him like that? That's kind of strange if you're just tuning in. Where did you get those eyes? I don't know where we got those eyes. And then, I don't know why I took a picture of him, but he's a major player in the digital world too, in this other world that we find ourselves in. Now, we are participating in this other world by doing a live stream. We are. We're entering their world through this media. I'm real. I'm a real human. You may say, no, you're not. Ask around. You'll find out how real I am. You'll find out how real some people are too. All you have to do is just ask around. We exist. We exist. Unless we're all in a digital realm, and none of us exist, but we exist in another type of digital world. So what did I do this for? I was trying to see if he was real. If you're in Canada, this is your, who is he? Is he your prime minister? Is he your president? I know that he's supposed to be the son of somebody. I do. That's the rumor. He's the son of someone. Okay, I was really trying to pull one over on him to see if he was real. But I really couldn't get nothing out of that. The guy behind him, he didn't look real because his ear is too smashed on his head. His face is blurred out. He's got a line coming down like that. Oh, he don't got no wrinkles. This is when he was younger. He was younger. As he aged, he got more wrinkles, I guess. If he's got wrinkles now, that may not even be the real him, but it's okay. He's trying to get his act together. Oh, no, this is where we see. This is where you have to ask yourself, are they in another digital, are they in the other realm? Are they in the other world? We're in one world, the real world, and their world is real too. It is. It's real. So I'm trying to look. It looks like he's been put together kind of digitally. Maybe he's got a corner. I'm just looking for like straight edges, and I can see these lines on him. But I'm not truly quite convinced yet. They're going to get it to where they're going to perfect all of this to a science. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Okay, I think they messed him up right here. I think we was trying to catch him. I think we caught him. We caught him. Okay, this is not the real him. Okay, he is a digital reincarnation. He's living in the digital realm. He doesn't exist. Look what they did to his eye. That's what they did to his eye. And then his teeth, his nose. We can see the lines that go down I think is what they use initially. And then they fill it in with the color. They blend everything in with color is what I think they do. I mean, I don't do it, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's what they do. See, he's got the lines coming down right here. the digital lines coming down like this. So I would say that he is an AI generated. Gina, would you say that 100% that that is not the real human being there? That he is a digital representation of Justin Trudeau or whoever he is? 75% of me would say that that's not a real human being. Is it a real person? I believe that it's a real person in that world that it's being shown in. Yeah. But it's, yeah, it's in that world right there. And where else was it looking like he's got a big square right there? Big square in his head. It's like that song, Square Peg, Square. I doubt it if he likes me, but I don't think I like him. Square peg, square, square. Well, he's got a square corner on his nose right there. He does. See it? His mouth is a little whatever. Now, they could probably take a picture of me. I'm sure YouTube could do something and digitalize me, and I could look like I came out of that realm right there. Did somebody get themselves timed out by Arshana Tucker, honey? You got to be a good girl and boy. You do. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. You really don't. If at all possible, you want to, it really was hard for me. I'm just going to tell you, hard for me to try to make him, look for him in the digital realm. It was quite hard. I tried. I really tried. I wasn't too successful. That's why I'm flipping through there. Okay, this guy right here. I don't know who he is. I don't know who this man is. I think he's in Russia or something. I don't know if he was real. I really don't. Right here. I don't know if he was real. The Media Monitor. I think that's Russian. Hello, Nancy. You're 13. Well, 1 and 3 is 4. Okay, so look at that coming down. Oh, okay, he's not real. He's got some pixels and stuff happening with him. And the footage that was coming out of here, it didn't look real either. So I don't know if he's a real human being. He could be a digital being in that other world. We got 2 worlds. We really do. I think we do. 2 worlds that are existing side by side. Who knows? Okay, look at the blending. Okay, yeah, they got blending of his hair. They blend in the colors just like they do the moon and stuff. See, it's blended. Got some green up here, and yeah, he's not real, but he does exist in that realm. And whether they're real or not, well, their voice is being heard, and action is being taken. Based on whatever happens on that screen, it affects us in the real world. Now, why did I do this? Pink and blue. Okay, why did I do that? Oh, I did it because of this right here. Like that. Okay, I did that. I'm just going through these. Okay, yes, it's the infinity symbol right here. That's why I did it. Ooh, 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 ooh. Looks very pretty. It does. Hello. Sensi. Yeah, I am real. I'm a little bit too real. I am. A little bit too real. Like some people. Some people are a little bit too real. A lot of us are a little bit too real. You can tell how we behave and we react and all of that. We're real. We're the real deal. The real deal. Look at that. I don't know what's going on with that. I really don't. No offense in that realm, but this is I just don't know. No. It's making me have a hot flash. It's getting me all hot. This stuff gets me hot. It does. I get into this right here, and it gets me going. It gets me going. All right, let me look at this. That pill looking thing on his face, yeah, 5 cents. AI is whatever it is. Yeah, it is a mask. It might not even be a mask, but if you look at the blending that's here, it's a blending of colors. If you ever did art or anything, you can how they or people who do that air spray, paint spray, the air spraying T-shirts stuff, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got to get a drink of water. Okay, let me flip it back around. All right, let me do it. Now the moon. How we get on the moon? I'm supposed to be doing pixelization. This moon looks really lovely. This is with the Nikon P900, and we can get up really, really close. But the problem is, when you zoom up really close on the moon and stuff, you zoom up and you zoom up and zoom up, you're going to be seeing something you don't want to see. You don't. It's best to just look at it like that. I think this video might be a little too long. You want me to tell you why you don't want to zoom up? Since we're in the pixeling stage, this is why you don't want to zoom up. This is the bottom of the moon. It looks really pretty. It does. We zoomed up, and this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like zoomed up during the live stream. This is what it looks like. It's like this. Yeah, that's what those craters on there look like. Just like that. Kind of just like that face of that guy that we saw. See the blotching of the color. See the blotching. See, it's like they try to blend the colors in. They do like that. They just blend them in. We got to go back to his head. Go back to the man's head. And then we try to get myself through here. Okay, go back to his head. See, they're doing the same thing. They're trying to blend in the colors to make them look as if they belong to the head and stuff like that. They do. They try to blend the colors in right here to try to make them, look real. It's the same thing. The same thing is taking place. All right? With the moon. Yeah. So we see it. And it's all right. I mean, it's the world. It's another world. We live in this world. They live in that world. And then we have this world that is not supposed to exist. This world, which looks kind of, it's not supposed to exist. You think about those great big round objects that was next to the sun. And if they are like something like this, like the Death Star, I zoomed up on the Death Star. We did it during a live video. This is the Death Star, and this is the Death Star zoomed up right here, and this is the moon zoomed up. And they look quite similar. They do. They look quite similar. I'm just telling the truth. They look quite similar. And again, the moon and the Death Star. They both have the things inside them. They do. And I believe, whether we want to admit it or not, we do have another world existing within this world that we're living in. We do. And we interact with that other world, and it is the digital world. In that world, things come alive, but not in the sense like us. I mean, we're flesh and blood, but in that world, they're digital. And some of them will get synthetic bodies or something, and probably walk among this world, and there'll be a lot of people who will enter that world, and they do. They interact with that world. We're interacting right now with that world, in a sense. We are. And if you look at the moon, you've got these lasers that come down from it because we filtered it out. This just makes you think about a whole lot of stuff. When you zoom up, there's a lot of things. There is. So it's just not, it don't just stay with the TV and the news and all of that. It doesn't. It's everything. It's everything. It is. And let me see where we were. We were supposed to be talking about the digital people in this digital world. We were. I was going to do a couple more, which I think I can. Like the Pentagon press briefing, when we would zoom up, this is Secretary of Defense. He doesn't look too human. This was somebody, and he didn't look too human either. See, in fact, his ear, parts of his ear is gone and stuff. They could have had a virtual meeting together. Was that Taiwan? Is that Taiwan's flag? Or China? They just didn't look like they were physically there. And they're having the things where they're not physically there. Yeah. Okay. But this is it's a world. It is a world, another world. Oh, South Korea. Thank you, Carol. South Korea. Yeah. It's like it's hard to tell. It's really, Gina, you're sitting there with a heart on you. Must have been my dance video. Yeah, I'm rolling in the deep in that dance video. I guess I did a dance video, rolling in the deep. I probably didn't upload that one. That was a long time ago. Okay, look at that. His face is gone. So what's wrong with their faces? Yeah, he did. He did. Austin isn't sick anymore. Yeah, I was trying to think of his name, but his name slipped my mind. Totally slipped it. Our beautiful moon. Look at that beautiful moon up in the sky. That was on the 16th of November of 2023. I wonder if it was a complete circle. Would it be a perfect circle or would it be oblong? You see, you could say that if you think of the eclipse, you could say that this part right here, like the moon was eclipsing the sun. Oh my goodness. You know, this is wild. I just had a thought popped in my head. What if, well, no, this can't be true because the moon and the sun are in the sky at the same time. They are. What if we have two suns? What if we do? We have two suns and maybe this moon is, I don't know. I'm thinking outside the box. Gina, your thinking is outside the box, all right. That's fine. Can I think of it? Oh, look. You want to sing a song? Time to sing a song, you all. Gina, you're not going to sing a song. Yeah, we gotta end this video. I've been on here for 58 minutes. We're gonna sing the song. Why Not Me? Gina, you're going to sing a song. Yeah, we're going to sing a song. I think we sung this before on this YouTube channel. We can sing a song and we can end this video. Why not me? You're going to do it. We're going to sing it, Al, honey. We're going to flip it around and you can sing it too. I think it's Wynonna Judd. If you don't want to hear us sing, you just go and just turn the video off. Okay, we're going to sing it. You've been looking for love all around the world. Baby, don't you know this country girl's still free? Why not me? So you finally come down to your old hometown. Your Kentucky girl's been awaiting patiently. Why not me? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me? Why not me when the nights get cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? You've been searching from here to Singapore. Ain't it time that you notice the girl next door, baby? Why not me? You had to see if the world was round. It's time that you learn how good settling down could be. Why not me? Why not me on a rainy day? Why not me to love your cares away? Why not me? Why not me when the nights get cold? Why not me when you're growing old? Why not me? You've been looking for love all around the world. Baby, don't you know this country girl's still free? Why not me? Why not me? Baby, why not me? Oh, baby, why not me? Yeah, that's nice. We sung that song on this YouTube channel. I couldn't tell you when it was. It's been a long time. It's been a really long time. That's right. We only lost around 60 or 50 people. They said, I'm not listening to this woman. That's fine. You don't have to. We're all over the place. Now, this right here. The soldiers. They're not real. They're digital too. They are digital. The Voice, NBC, Monday nights. Yeah, you know that song, Marie. Yeah, look at that. So these weren't real. They were walking in front of a podium, and this is what I'm saying. Oh, that's great, Al, honey. We like to sing. We like to be happy. Okay, this was during some kind of ceremony with some people. And they weren't real either. They weren't real people up there. They weren't real. They weren't real. Look at how their heads are cut off. They were not real people either. So this is the real world. This is their digital world in which all of this exists. All of this exists in this digital world. It's a world within this world and exists alongside this world. And I'm wondering if this world that exists alongside this world is like a parallel dimension, and it's now being brought out into the light, even though it's digital. I mean, I'm just wondering. It's got squares and stuff. The colors are blended in so fine. They don't even, yeah. See, yeah, like clay figures or something like that. How we doing over here? We doing great? Yeah. So we're just going to flip through some of these so you can see that they're not, I'd say 75%, it's not real. I don't care if you're moving or not moving. You're moving too fast to catch it. No, it shouldn't have a green head unless he's a reptilian. And they should do better at doing their colors. AI should. But I think they use low, cheap technology, and yeah, they did. What happened to their faces is what we wanted to know. What happened to their faces? Because as they marched, their faces were gone. Their heads, their hats didn't look normal. Their arms, they just didn't look normal. And with that being said, I'm probably going to go. It's 10 o'clock at night. I got on here a little bit late, but we sang a song, and that's a good way to end the night out. And we ended on the title. What's wrong with their faces? What happened to their faces? Because this is another world. It's a digital world. That we live in what we call the real world, but to the people on the other end who exist in that world, that's their real world, but it's a digital world. They don't have human bodies. They're not flesh and blood, but they may one day get a body. And it may be a synthetic body. Some may already have synthetic bodies, and then, I don't know. It's just been another species added to this place on Earth. It is. So I'm going to go, and thank you for joining, and thank you for demons. You can say demons, you can. That's another species, too, that take on human form or take over humans. They do. So I'm going to go, and with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, have a wonderful rest of your evening. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your comments. Thank you, moderators. And we're going to have there's some busy months ahead. A lot of busy months. I feel it in my spirit. I really do. You probably feel it in your spirit too. That there's a lot of things going to be happening, even though we can't see it. There's going to be coming out, and we're going to be finding out about it one way or another. It's like I said, one way or another, I'm going to get to you one way or another. Okay, I'm going to go. Don't get me wound up. I'm supposed to be winding down to go to bed. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Love you.